Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
Monday, September 7th, is Labor Day in the United States of America. It is the day on which the working people of America celebrate their democratic right to choose the work they wish.
Labor Day 1942 was certainly no holiday. In most war plants, production lines were humming 24 hours a day. Yet, according to Don Nelson, chairman of the War Production Board, too many problems were plaguing war production.
Donald Nelson today announced that American war production is greater than that of Axis Europe. August production was 8% above July, but Nelson said the record was nothing to brag about. Actually, August production was 14% below the estimates for that month.
Although many workers earned overtime or worked 2 shifts in 2 factories, the War Production Board was considering an extended work week.
We told you last night of the move in Congress to get the 40-hour week abolished. Well, Mr. Roosevelt said today that we don't have a 40-hour week. He said the average now is 46 to 47 hours.
In Alton, Illinois, more than 1,000 men of the Illinois Reserve Militia mobilized and are standing by in case of trouble at the big Western cartridge plant, which is virtually shut down by a strike of the American Federation of Labor Chemical Workers.
One of the greatest threats to wartime production was the prospect of labor strife. Despite a wartime no-strike pledge, work stoppages frequently halted assembly lines. With the aim of avoiding labor management disputes, the War Labor Board was established.
Today, Donald Nelson talked with labor leaders for 2 hours. What they want is simple. They want men of labor to sit with a high command of war production. And Nelson has agreed to accept labor nominees for major positions on the production board.
In Washington, the War Labor Board rejected a request of 115,000 employees of the Ford Motor Company for a wage increase of 12.5 cents an hour.
Despite the difficulties, American wartime production rose to unprecedented levels and allowed many U.S. workers to prosper during the war. Over the course of the war, wages grew by 1/3 and stayed ahead of inflation. Americans were finally seeing the end of the Great Depression. I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.